One of the most talked about locations in the National Capital Region is the Dwarka Expressway. Prices in this market have broken the charts, and every developer worth his name has a project here. Let's trace how the NH8's new alternative Dwarka Expressway has triggered a realty rush to the north of Gurgaon.
A new face of Gurgaon is taking shape in its north, here along the Dwarka Expressway. This 18-kilometer-long expressway, currently under construction, will serve as an alternative link to the busy NH8. Starting from Dwarka Phase 2 in Delhi, the expressway will run parallel to the NH8 before joining it at Sector 83 towards Manesar. 150 meters wide, this 8-lane expressway is said to be one of the widest in India. The biggest USP of Dwarka Expressway is its strategic location. The international airport is just a few minutes' drive from this. The metro corridor in Dwarka is within easy access. Railway connectivity is another plus point. And the Dwarka Expressway is also proximate to Delhi's upcoming second diplomatic enclave and a proposed 18-hole golf course, both in Dwarka. This locational advantage has spawned a booming real estate market along the expressway. From the Tatas, the Godreges, Adanis, there are 43 real estate companies developing 86 residential projects here. From golf homes, villas, high-rises, developers are offering world-class amenities in their projects.
The level of planning or the investment in terms of intellect that the developers are putting into these projects is much better than what was being done a few years ago. And that itself is going to bring in products which are much better. And they will create that pull.
The returns have been stunning as well. Projects along the Dwarka Expressway had clocked in a compounded annual growth of 83% till the second half of 2012. Developers claim that this new Gurgaon that's coming up along the expressway will set new benchmarks in urban development.
Before the first brick was laid, or before the first square meter of road was laid, it was a clean slate. So if you go back into Gurgaon was not planned well. So a road would be going straight and suddenly it will go take a U-turn onto the left or the right, because that's how the planning was done. It was done in phases. The Dwarka Expressway was absolutely clean. So the master planning of Dwarka Expressway was done the best. So you see Dwarka Expressway going straight and you see absolutely 90-degree angles on the sector roads, and there are 24-meter wide roads and 30-meter wide roads, and most of them are complete now. So the major USP of Dwarka Expressway that it's a planned city.
Efforts are also being put in to develop the social and civic infrastructure in these new sectors along the Dwarka Expressway.
The infrastructure, the roads, the sewage system, the water, the lighting, all that stuff is being put even now as we speak. And you have things like police posts and post offices and things that are associated with most townships.
For investors, the Dwarka Expressway has been worth their money. End users need to now just wait out for the expressway to become operational.
Our hot property of the week is CHD developer CHD Sky One on the Dwarka Expressway that's going to revolutionize the office space in India. With this ambitious project, CHD is looking to completely change the skyline of the National Capital Region with a vision to develop CHD Sky One as NCR's newest landmark that will leave you awe-inspired.
This is the site where CHD developers will turn the big dream into reality. A mega project of 150 crore rupees, CHD Sky One. An iconic building located strategically on the Dwarka Expressway, the next realty hotspot. Intended to be its headquarters, CHD developers are aiming to make Sky One the landmark in the National Capital Region, a building whose magnificence people will be compelled to come and see.
When we decided to shift our head office, that's where the concept was given birth. Now the concept is a little complicated and very simple. The complicated part is that we wanted to lease it, not sell it. We wanted to make sure it was an iconic building where it could be known as one of the popular buildings in India. For example, when you go abroad, there are buildings where the tourists come and see. We wanted this building to be known as one of the best buildings in India. People would come to India, come to Gurgaon, and then come and see CHD Sky One. So that is what the idea was. So when we realized that what we wanted to do was huge, we roped in an international architect. He's the third biggest architect in the world, has made one of the finest buildings. The company is called PICOP, and we gave them the mandate.
It's not just the structure and the design of the building that will rival the best in the world. The idea behind the building itself is revolutionary. CHD Sky One will become a benchmark in what office space can be, for offering employees the ideal work haven. CHD employees will be able to relax in the cafeteria or rejuvenate in the gymnasium, spa and sauna. They will have access to an elite club, which will be an integral part of Sky One. While a designated parking for all members of the CHD family is a given, the project will break the mold with a smashing international quality helipad on the tower, something not seen so far in NCR. But the human touch will be most visible in the simple yet most needed support system in the modern work environment. A creche dedicated for the children of young parents working at CHD.
We want our employees to be relaxed when they come to office. So you get up in the morning, we want our employees to be happy coming to the office. Now there's so much you have to do to make them happy. For example, there is a creche, and there is a gymnasium, there is a yoga center. So we believe the kinds of life which we live, office is somehow becoming synonym to stress. So people come and they are stressed out. We want to reverse it. We want people to be happy in the office and maybe stressed at home. So that's what we want to do.
The tower will not only house CHD Group's headquarters, but will also offer office space and studio apartments. The total commercial space available in the tower will be 1 lakh square feet. Of this, 30,000 square feet will be dedicated to CHD Group offices, and the rest, 70,000 square feet, would be leased to other offices. CHD also plans to tie up with a leading international university for a one-of-a-kind learning center in CHD Sky One. Spread over 10,000 square feet in the building, the learning center will offer short-term courses, executive and distance learning programs. It seems there is space for everything and everyone in CHD Sky One.
It's going to be an open concept. The idea is there are going to be hardly any brick walls. The communication between two employees or two verticals should be very smooth. That's the idea. So that's how the designing is being taken place. The communication has to be flowing from one person to another very, very smoothly.
Sky One Tower has set its sight high to be an epitome of international and novel design. With an intelligent design, the tower will be energy efficient with optimal utilization of space. With this ambitious project, CHD will take the idea of employee satisfaction to a completely new level in India.